What up, bitches? So this is a bonus bit, and I'm excited because my friend's gonna take over. She's behind the camera. She's gonna explain what we're gonna do today. So I'm just gonna sit back.
Yeah. Okay. Relax. Well, since we did reacting to Havana, let's do the one with Pitbull and J Balvin and Camila Cabello from Fast and Furious, because you haven't heard it yet.
I have not.
And I want to know what it means.
Okay. But you don't know what none of the lyrics mean?
Well, I know some of it, but hearing the English version is like what? And I really like the Spanish version more. And so I'm wondering if it has the same meaning. You know?
Anything that has J Balvin or Pitbull is gonna be sexualized.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a given.
I think the chorus is the only part that's in a little bit English, and then that. Your favorite person?
And surprise, surprise, he says he was from Cuba. Wait, so each of them just have one chorus and the song's over?
What?
So that's basically it? Like J Balvin sings the first verse, Pitbull raps, and then Camila Cabello.
No one's gonna hear it.
She has a tiny little accent. But she's better than most. She's better than Justin Bieber, that's for sure. Very bitter. It's actually not as sexual as you think. The only really, really sexual part is because he's always gonna be that way is Pitbull. His rap. Ooh.
Here, I'm gonna show you a little bit of this English one because I think there was a line in that one that I was like,
okay.
This is the English one.
Is J Balvin's part?
Yeah, he starts off always. Sounds awkward. Him singing that live was a little awkward. It's like the pauses, and I was like.
It is. The pauses are weird.
Is that because it's a direct translation of what he said or no?
No. His rap is completely different. Oh yeah, it's completely different. Pitbull's rap is super different.
Is it longer? His rap?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
In this, hold on. Camila's is the same already. Hers is the same.
Did they add him?
I think they did add him. Her part is the same. Well, she's basically saying the same thing. J Balvin's, yeah, it's the same thing. J Balvin's part in the Spanish one is like him saying, like don't go, like exactly what he's saying there, but he's basically like, there's pauses because there's less lyrics for English. Though like it takes less time in English to say what he said in Spanish. Honestly.
It's like that algorithm. Like.
Yeah, Pitbull's part is like completely different though.
Yeah.
Him in Spanish. First of all, he starts.
We're James Bond in Spanish. You know?
Yeah, exactly. He starts off in Spanish saying that, oh yeah, like we're from Cuba. I'm just like, okay, wow, that's new. Mm-hmm. Like nobody knew you were from Cuba. Nobody. And then he talks about undressing the girl. He talks about taking her out and how sexy she is. And then this one, she's all about him. Like the Spanish his Spanish rap is about the girl and what he's gonna do to the girl. This one's all about him. Like, oh, my mom spoke Spanish and I'm James Bond and blah blah blah. So his is completely different, and I'm just like, okay, well, at least whatever.
What was the song about?
It's about basically like a guy seeing a girl in a party or wherever, like, or you could say in La Habana, wherever they are in Cuba. And the girl's leaving, and the guy was like, "Hey, mama, like stay. Like I was like, I'll show you a good time or whatever." And then Camila Cabello's part is basically like exactly what she said in English. It's called "Hey, mama," right?
Hey, ma.
Hey, ma.
Hey, ma.
Which is weird because they say "Hey, mama."
Yeah.
So anyway.
So which one did you like more?
I'm Spanish. Dude, you can't.
They both had the same meaning, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Except Pitbull's part, he went like way off. I'm like, okay, that has nothing to do with your Spanish rap. I ain't gonna judge. I'm just saying. I don't know. I liked him when I was in high school, but then again, who didn't like when he went in high school whenever we went to dances and stuff?
I like his music. I don't know anything about him as a person or anything.
He probably had a hard life. His mom was he's from Cuba, so.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know if he like directly is from Cuba. I have to research, but I know he's Cuban. He just lives in he grew up, was born, raised in Miami. Well, raised in Miami. Who knows? He might have a hard life. I just don't like him as an artist.
As an artist.
Yeah.
Why don't you like his songs?
Why don't I like his songs? Because it's about the same thing over and over again. It's about him. And the music videos annoy the shit out of me. Like, he can't get any more misogynistic than that. Like, he always has, like, him and then, like, 5 girls surrounding him and them dancing for him. And that's all he talks about in his music. And I'm just like, ugh. I don't know. At least, like, in Prince Royce, like, I'm sorry I'm going to compare, but I'm going to compare. Like, for Prince Royce, he's, like, he does, like, some of his music videos he has, like the ones with that, like, the music video for Ven Conmigo with Daddy Yankee, it's, like, girls in a cage and whatever, and I'm just like, ew, like, I cringe and whatever. But Prince Royce wrote songs about how he fell in love with a girl before he was famous. He wrote a song about a single mom, like one of his songs is about single moms and how it's hard to be a single mom because his mom was like a single mom. He wrote songs about like image problems. He wrote, like, he has like songs with depth in them, and Pitbull, I feel like, has not come out with a song that has depth, that has meaning, that has like, that tackles issues. And it's perfect because right now he has a platform to do it. Like, he's known here in the US and he hasn't taken that platform to kind of take action and talk about like issues that are going on here with Latinos. But anyway, my point here is that Pitbull hasn't, like, he has this really big platform like in Latin America and in the US, and he hasn't used it. And I don't know, things that matter. It's all of his music is the same.
Okay, because you mentioned this, you know how you don't like Justin Bieber because he said he didn't try with the accent? What do you think of Camila Cabello?
I'm not gonna take the fact that she's Latin into consideration because that's not fair. Justin Bieber's not Latin, and that's not his fault. Like, sorry.
Be Latin.
But even Latin people have trouble singing Spanish if they don't try. And I think she did good. There's like a subtle accent that you see it, like that you hear in there, but all of us here that are born in the US and our first language was English, and our second language was Spanish. It's always we're always gonna have an accent. We're never gonna speak it perfectly.
She was born in Cuba.
Well, yeah, but she wasn't raised in Cuba.
She was for 6 years, and then moved to Mexico, and then moved to Miami.
Well, yeah, but like, what I'm saying is that most of what she speaks is what English.
Yeah.
When she was in Fifth Harmony and she was in the competition, she was on.
Spanish.
Yeah, but we're always going to have an accent, especially if you live here, and especially if most of the time you're speaking English. Our Spanish is never going to be perfect. It's never going to. That's just what it's like to be like.
We can't go to Mexico.
We can't go to the motherland.
No, I'm American.
I mean, I have trouble, and most of the time I'm not saying that I'm good at speaking Spanish. I'm not. I'm saying like, every one of us is always going to have. We're never going to be perfect because Camila Cabello could have been born for 6 years in Cuba and like moved to Mexico and whatever, but most of what she speaks now is English.
Yeah.
So it's hard sometimes to be completely fluent.
It goes away a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and it's just maybe it's not even that she speaks like maybe you can meet her in person and when she's not singing she speaks it perfectly well, but it's different singing in Spanish and speaking in Spanish. So I'm guessing in her style, the way she sings, it's hard sometimes for her to kind of speak it perfectly.
Yeah, because it sounds pretty similar how she sings.
Yeah. So, for example, like Shakira sings exactly the same in English and Spanish, right? But when she sings in English, she has a really thick accent, and you can hear it. You know. So it's like it's almost the same thing with Camila Cabello. Like she didn't do bad. It's just that when she sings in Spanish, she sings the same style as she sings in English. So it's never gonna be like, you know, it's different. When you sing in Spanish, when you sing in English, it's like.
I want her to do a full in Spanish, so then you can tell or not. Because I mean, she had a small part, so it's like.
Yeah. But I think she did good. Then again, like I said, we can't compare to Justin Bieber because he's not Latin. Like it's not his fault. I'm gonna be sympathetic now, Justin Bieber, even though he totally butchered Despacito. I'm sorry, I'm still gonna say it. It's not his fault that he's not that he's not Latin. It's not his fault that he didn't grow up knowing Spanish. He just could have tried a little harder.
So do you does Pitbull do a good job in Spanish?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Him, Daddy Yankee. Anybody who's like rapping in Spanish that was Latin that's born here has really surprised me. They're really, really good. He raps in Spanish and it's hard. It's hard. Rapping in Spanish is so hard. So like then again he's had years of practice. That's all his music. I'm telling you, that's all his music is. He's done the same thing over and over. So he's pretty professional about it. He's pretty professional about rapping in Spanish. Singing in Spanish, I'm not sure yet. I haven't really heard him sing. I don't think he's a singer. I think he's more of a rapper and a hype man. Like, that's his song. So it's like he's hyping himself up and then he's rapping. That's his song. And then he has another artist to sing for him. Like, he has a lot of collaborations. Hence, Enrique Iglesias. Like, you know, he's good. I think all the rappers that are born here that are Latin that have rapped or have done justice to. I liked it, though. I've never really heard the song full on. Then again, I've never heard the song at all. So
did you like the song or not?
I like the Spanish version.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What do you think of the song?
I like it. It has to have a catchy chorus.
Yes,
and it has a catchy chorus. And I just like that word, hey mama. Like, hey mama.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just weird that they didn't do hey mama instead of hey ma.
I know. I don't understand the title thing.
That's weird. Anyway.
Too many letters. Because right next to it, in parentheses, it's J Balvin and Pitbull.
True. They were thinking ahead. That's crazy that Britney Spears was gonna be in that instead of Camila Cabello, and I was like,
imagine that.
No.
You've never done a Spanish song, right?
No, and I don't want her. She's from Louisiana. At least Justin Bieber's from Canada. Like, I don't know. Louisiana's like
the southern accent.
Oh my god.
Speaking Spanish.
Like, Louisiana's the South, honey. That's the South. And I don't know. Like, I can understand if they got, if let's say she got Britney Spears and she was from, I don't know, like, the Bronx or something. Like, New York. I don't know. Then maybe, but, ooh, she's from, straight up South. Like, she's Southern. She's a Southern chick. Ooh. They thought better of it, thank God. She's still queen, though. I love her.
Like,
She doesn't even sing. She's the queen of lip syncing.
And with that shade, we will clear this off.
I like Britney Spears. I'm just saying she is the queen of lip syncing. Anyway, bye. That was my commentary.